What's cracking, everybody? My name is Mr. Berger, and tonight I am with Law Gaming, and he's going to break down this Hog Mortar Cycle deck that he has for us. So, really quickly, Law, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, and tell us a little about how you got into Clash Royale, how long you've been playing.
Well, I am from Canada. I started playing in July of 2016. I heard about the game from my friends when they used to talk about it. I hated the game at first. I used to hate it. I would say I would never play it. And then one day, just when I was coming back from vacation, I just decided to download it. And I have been playing ever since. Even though I quit for like many months in between. So like I would say if you put all the times I was playing together, it will make around a year. Even though I had the game downloaded, I didn't really play. So like give or take, I was playing for a year.
Cool. Sounds good. Alright, well, let's go ahead and jump right into this replay here. Are you ready? So, we'll talk about your decision making in each of these replays here. So, go ahead and chime in anytime, and when we have some downtime, I'll ask you a little bit of questions about your deck. So, the deck is probably like it's a Hog Mortar deck, right? But it's also a cycle deck, is that right?
Sorry, your voice cut out.
Oh, it's no problem. Can you hear me alright now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying, this is a Hog Mortar deck. But you also said it's like a cycle deck, correct?
It's more of a cycle deck, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, what are you thinking right now? You're trying to push here with your hog, right?
Yeah. And then right here when I get the value, I take it. Because that Tesla could also be kind of annoying if I decide to counter push once I defend this. So like I just decided to take out the Tesla and also get some value on the knight. So I wouldn't have to spend as much elixir defending against his counter push.
Got it. Now, it looks like you have the hog as kind of your major win condition here, but you do have the mortar in there too. So to me, I see like two win conditions here. So how do you kind of include both of those win conditions in your deck?
I mean, it all depends on the how do you call it, on the matchup. So like usually golem players like to build up elixir pumps if they have it, or just like play patiently until double elixir, then they will start playing golems. So like usually in the first in single elixir, I would try to drop as many mortars as I can against a golem matchup.
Yeah.
If he doesn't drop a golem already.
Right.
If he does, then I would try to keep the mortar to pull the golem, so I can distract the golem, and then I can take out his supporting troops. Usually, sometimes if he has like it has a big push, and I have an awkward cycle, or if he has like a triple spell, like a weird kind of deck.
Yeah.
Then we would just tower trade. I would just go for a hog in the opposite lane, and we would kind of tower trade.
Got it.
Just to keep things even.
Cool. Yeah, well, that's good to know. So, although you do have two win conditions, you play them kind of based on what matchup you're going against. So, like, in this matchup here, I noticed you're using the mortar on defense a lot, right? Like, there you go, right there.
Yes, because against the hog, you don't really have a reliable counter. Like, you don't have, like, a mini P.E.K.K.A. or a lumberjack, which will, like, give the hog only one shot.
Yeah.
Like, you only have, like, a knight, an ice spirit, some spear goblins, and, like, bats or whatever. So, like, you'll always come out on a negative elixir trade if you try to defend. Like, just to prevent the hawk from getting any shots, you'll come out on a negative elixir trade. So, like, always keep the mortar on defense. And this is among the matchups where I lose the most due to this misplay. Where like I just forget to keep the mortars for his hog, and then he'll go for a hog when I don't have a mortar, and my tower is like a low HP, and I cannot defend.
Right, and that's exactly what your opponent wants, is they want to outcycle or cause you to kind of misplay your mortar or something like that, so that they can safely get their hog in there. Whatever your hog counter is, basically. That's kind of the concept behind the hog cycle deck anyway, right? Is to outcycle your opponent's counter to your hog.
Yeah, like this guy, he should have won this matchup. If I'm gonna be honest, he should have won this matchup very easily because he has a max Tesla.
Yep.
And like he could easily just pull my hog. But like also his deck is kind of heavier. He's running a No, it's actually very light. It's a 2.9 average elixir deck. So like he should have had the Tesla every time in rotation. I mean, like he should have won this matchup if I'm like being
Yeah.
honest. He should have won that.
Yeah, I'm looking at his deck right now. Yeah. Okay, cool, man. Let's go ahead and jump into the next replay and let's talk about it. All right, so let's take a look at this next deck here, and while we're waiting for the first thing to kind of come up here, I would ask you what kind of the archetype of this deck is, but it looks to me like it's very much a cycle deck. It's kind of like a Hog Cycle deck with that double win condition / pseudo defensive structure in there as well.
Yes, I prefer this deck over all other mortar decks, Hog Mortar decks, because I prefer like fast cycle. I've tried to play log day before, but I figured that my sweet spot, like what I'm most comfortable with, is the hog.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm a Hog player myself on ladder. I didn't want to be for a while, but it got to a point where I just saw that it was a really reliable, relatively easy to play win condition that you could use throughout most arenas, honestly, all the way up to legendary and beyond into leagues. So
like also because of that of the new balance which brought the Hog Rider to Arena 1.
right, I know.
That was kind of a surprise. I wasn't expecting
real.
that. I was expecting maybe like Arena 3.
I know.
I was expecting that.
No, I agree. I agree with you 100%. I was surprised to see that too. And the Hunter in Arena 1 really threw me off too.
Yeah, because like he is actually among like the most underrated cards.
Agreed.
Although he's starting to make now in a very popular giant deck.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you know it. It's like it's a giant deck with the Hunter, Mega Minion,
And
it's a
the
triple
guards,
spell
right?
giant deck.
Yep, the triple spell with the guards. I have played it myself. I'm trying to work on some replays for a video for that one. But, you know, we got the balance changes coming up pretty soon, so before I know it, there's going to be a whole new set of meta decks, right?
With the witch buff, I
Oh.
don't want to be playing. I don't want to be playing this anymore.
Ooh, witch buff. I'm looking forward to that one, man. That's going to be cool.
I'm not.
That's going to be
I mean,
cool.
because I'm just gonna be all what I'm gonna be seeing is giant witch graveyard decks that
Yeah.
are completely maxed.
It'll
And
be
right over
interesting.
Here, I do a misplay.
It'll be
I do
cool.
a misplay right over here.
I mean, we'll see how she comes in. This was a misplay, I'm sorry. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, this was a big misplay.
How so?
The balloon didn't go to my mortar. I didn't pull the balloon with my mortar. I
Oh,
misplaced
yeah.
it. It was supposed to be one tile to the left.
Yeah.
But you know when you start panicking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, this guy is like a dirty BMer, so I'm happy I beat him.
Yeah.
Just gave me some satisfaction for the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah, totally. I understand. All right, that's good to know. But yeah, dude, like we were saying earlier, it's really easy to make one little misplay, and that can cost you the match. And this is a very
Yeah,
unforgiving game, and it can, you know, one little to the tile to the left, and all of a sudden things go out of whack, and you've lost before you know it.
Yeah. Usually most of my losses are because of those little small mistakes. I
Yeah.
do. It's usually most of the time.
Yeah, totally
And as you can
understood.
see- As you can see over here, I'm like really down, but like I saw that that he dropped his wizard on the right side.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't support my hog going straight down the lane. I put it in the pocket, so like his wizard would have targeted my splash units first.
Yeah.
Before going on my hog. And over here, I pretty much had the game in the bag.
Yep. Totally.
And as you can see, the BM comes out.
Yeah, definitely does.
While me,
But it's all right.
While me just laughing.
Yeah.
Me just laughing out in satisfaction.
I know, nothing like BMing back a dirty BMer, right? All right.
Yeah, especially one who's maxed.
Yeah. All right. So my next question, and in fact, we have a replay coming up after this that's going to be an example of this. But my next question is, what is your most difficult matchup, and how do you try to handle it?
Lava Loon.
Lava Loon.
It is the most difficult matchup because you don't really have much counter to air.
Mm-hmm.
You only have Spirit Goblins and Bats. You can easily just be zapped away. Or like if you have like arrows, then you're pretty much screwed because like those are your only counters. Like one thing you could try to do is fireball the balloon with whatever else he has, and then maybe just try to just just like drop spear goblins or try to pull the balloon away with the mortar.
Yeah, even just kite it away, yeah.
The best you can hope for is a draw. That's the best you can hope for.
Yeah, unless you get some miraculous, they make a misplay or something, and then you can potentially win, but it's unlikely, right? Ooh, look at that damage.
Yeah, because like he tried his golem, so I went all in. I even overcommitted a bit over here. That was I would consider that a misplay of dropping the spear goblins. That was an overcommitment, and like as you can see over here, I'm gonna lose my tower.
Yeah, because you invested a lot of elixir into that.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have had my knight a bit earlier.
Got it.
I would have I fireball over here just to take it out a bit faster.
Yeah, that was good fireball value. You got all those archers and that musketeer.
Yeah, so I didn't defend this because I knew I was gonna lose a tower anyways. So I just ignored all this, and then just dropped bats once the baby dragon was locked onto my tower.
Yeah, so it doesn't just kill them.
Yeah, just to mitigate as much damage as I can. Like I don't want to like lose 1,000 HP off my king tower just because of that stupid mistake.
Right.
I can just invest 2 elixir. When I can just invest 2 elixir and just defend it.
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and continue talking about the replay if you want, but when you have a second here, what would you say is like your opening move and your ideal starting hand, or is that also dependent on the matchup?
Ideal starting hand is to have mortar and hog mortar and hog. A spell that will be very good. Because lots of times when he has a hog deck and I don't have my mortar in my starting hand, I am not able to defend against the hog, especially if he does a hog a knight hog combination.
Yeah.
Like I almost lost my tower to that like earlier on when I was playing. Some guy did that, and I didn't have my mortar in my starting hand. It was the last card. Like I was just like ready to break my phone. Like I was so like angry because I couldn't defend because he had his knight.
Yep.
And like, he had a zap also, so it was really hard for me to defend against that. I'm not sure if I went on to win against that matchup, but I was just like, no, actually I lost against it.
Alright, so this one is actually against a Lava Loon matchup that we did a little while ago, and you actually lost this one. It's a good example of a more difficult matchup for you. So while we're waiting for things to get started here, would you play this deck differently in single elixir versus double elixir?
I mean, it all depends on the matchup. Like if it's versus a hog deck, I will play the same way. I won't. There's no difference because he's constantly gonna be spamming hogs. So like, there's no difference. He's gonna be playing the same way in double elixir or single elixir.
Yeah.
But I guess beatdown decks, you usually want to keep playing the hog. You usually want to keep playing the mortar while you can in single elixir. And then in double elixir, rely on your hog for direct damage, because usually in double elixir they will try to go with their push. If it's a giant matchup, do not play your mortar offensively, because you do not know when they're gonna be going with their push. Because the giant is like only 5 elixir, and like it's pretty easy to just cycle back to another one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like if you drop it like offensively, and then like if you drop your mortar offensively, and then like they just go like giant mega minion on the bridge.
Yep.
Over here I did a misplay. I meant to drop bats, not fireball.
Yeah, it happens, man.
But here an example of where arrows come into play.
Yep.
Like I'm gonna take a lot of damage from that mega minion. I was just able to freeze it to prevent it from taking another hit. But those lava pups really almost finished out my tower.
I know, that was pretty devastating. Oh man. So
also I didn't really play this too well also. So if I had played it like perfectly, I maybe could have gone out with a draw, maybe. But it would have been really hard for me to keep up for 3 minutes in overtime.
yeah, definitely. I understand. It's a difficult matchup for you, for sure. And that's why I wanted to include it, Because hey, everybody has losses. We all do. If anybody tries to say that they don't, they're obviously lying. So I wanted to kind of show one of the most difficult matchups that you have, and kind of gives us an example of to explain why it's difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Over
sorry, go
here,
ahead.
Over here, that was mostly a miss. That was a miss. But what I did over here, I try to defend like defend like all on. When I should have just went hog, a night hog in the other lane.
Yeah.
And I had the spell ready, and had like a fireball ready, but I didn't do that practically because it was like really late when I was playing this.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I
kind of
wasn't
tired.
really in the perfect mindset.
Yeah.
Like usually like during the day, like in the afternoon when I'm playing, I could probably tie this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. I understand. You gotta have that mentality, that mindset. Honestly, dude, I know this sounds funny, but when I go to the gym and I run on the treadmill, sometimes that's when I play the best because I kind of have the blood flowing and like I think quickly and I have a clear head, and it actually helps me play the game sometimes. I feel like.
Yeah, I have a treadmill at home, but I actually find it hard to play while on the treadmill because you're running and like. I always do a miss drop.
Yeah.
If I have a card selected, I would always like fireball my own tower or something.
Oh man.
Or, like rocket into nowhere.
Okay, so
and the guy would just start BMing.
yeah, of course. So I play well. I'm in between runs. I run for like 2 minutes, and then I'll do like an incline walk, and then that's when I'll be playing when I'm doing the incline walk. It's a little bit easier.
Incline walk, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, like I would play if I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be running
right
up there, like.
Right. Hey, so
it's usually more. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, what do you think about jumping into a live match here to finish off the video, and I'll get those last few questions in if I can sneak them in.
Yeah, sure.
So a couple more questions, if we have time to address them while you're playing. If you need to focus on your match, don't worry about it. Focus on that. Any big mistakes you want to avoid in this deck?
Sorry that? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh, it's no problem. Are there any big mistakes you want to avoid in this deck? Like anything you don't want to do for sure? Overcommitting.
Overcommitting on your hog push. Hog push. It's very tempting to overcommit.
Yeah.
Like, especially if they drop a golem, it's like very tempting to go like Night Hog, Bats, and Ice Spirit. Like, that is something you would want to avoid completely because then you'll be drained of elixir.
Right.
And then you won't be able to defend against his push.
Right. Oh, I like that mortar because it's going to take out... Well, the bats actually did it, but the mortar would have taken out the princess. That's a really cool interaction when you use the mortar on defense and their hog or their giant or whatever runs to your mortar, and then the mortar shoots their support. I love it.
I would consider this a misplay. I shouldn't have dropped the bats.
Uh-huh.
But...
it's not a big deal. It took them out either way.
It's only 2 elixir.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 2 elixir.
Cool.
Like, it's not something like I'm dropping like a fireball and something.
Uh-huh. So, I want to talk about card replacements, but before we skim through that, you mentioned that this deck has a very versatile, very wide trophy range. Can you talk about that for a minute here?
Yeah, usually like this deck can be played across a wide range of arenas. So I'm like Arena 1 if you have the cards, to like 6,000 trophies. I've seen players playing at 6,000 trophies and winning with it. It's a very, very versatile deck. It's like 100% free to play. For the log, you can just easily sub in a zap.
Bam.
I prefer arrows because it has more. It takes out golem barrels one shot. It's
and minion hordes.
Zap. And minion hordes also. Also, it can be. It has a fast drop, just like the fireball. No, sorry, just like the log, right?
Yeah. I like zap a lot. But that's a matter of personal preference. I personally don't like arrows, but like everything that we just mentioned there are totally things that are advantageous for arrows.
Yeah.
So this has a huge trophy range, and I really like, and I want to stress this, what you said about it being a free-to-play deck. I'm looking at the card list right now. You have a single legendary, and that's the log, which is easily replaceable with zap, or now possibly even giant snowball, honestly, right?
Or even arrows.
Yeah, or arrows, yeah. Everything else is like mostly common. You got the Hog Rider, which is a rare. You got the Fireball, which is a rare. Everything else is common. So it's very free-to-play friendly. You can level it up really easily. You can request all the cards really easily, so on and so forth. So
yeah, I managed to max out my my hog just from requesting it for like 3 months straight.
yeah,
Like literally, I was requesting it every single day, waking up like early in the morning just to request.
Yep.
3 months straight.
All you need now is that fireball on his tower, dude, and he's dead.
I'm trying to troll him.
Oh, you're trying to troll to get
was
for the video. I see. Okay.
Yeah, I also do that off video, or when I'm recording my own videos. I just love to do that. But sometimes he manages to win.
I know, and then it's like super embarrassing.
Yes, especially if it's on a video, I would just cut that out.
Oh right, edit. All right, man.
I would just like cut to the point. Like I would just like try to trim like very well. What? Well, I don't know what was that. I meant to like drop something else.
Yeah. It's fine. You're just having fun at this point. So really quickly, let's skim through some card replacements. You mentioned Zap for Log. What about Knight? You said a few replacements. Oh yeah, or arrows. Right. Sorry, I keep forgetting because I go for Zap. What about for Knight? You had a few ideas for Knight too, right?
Knight, you can just replace with a Valkyrie. It has like it has a lot of the same same properties. Like it's a very high. It has like sorry, how do you? Sorry, I'm stuttering.
Oh no, it's fine. It's got like a high HP. Is that kind of what you're going for?
High HP, yeah. Yeah, sorry, yeah. It has high HP, like high damage, like relatively high damage, right? The Valkyrie has more splash. It's 1 elixir higher, but I would go for the Knight because it has a faster cycle. I up to the Knight, yeah. I know it's all personal preference. I prefer the Knight, but if you want to use the Valkyrie and make it a 2.9, go ahead. It's up to you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I like that concept and that idea. I play Knight too because it was my first max level card. He's received a lot of nerfs lately, but I still like him a lot, so I still use him because I have him maxed out for my ladder decks.
I mean, I can max him out right now, like along with my mortar if I want to, but like it's just a waste of gold. There's not much of a difference.
Yeah. Hey man, if you're really trying to push, I would say go for it. Personally, I would say invest that bit of gold and just keep on going. Those little bit of stats can make a big difference in small certain situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, like another replacement, if you want to switch out the spear goblins for goblins or bats for goblins, you can do that. But I don't really like that because the goblins don't attack air, and you need some air defense, right?
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. For the ice spirit, maybe you could sub in a giant snowball. Like maybe you could do that, or if you really want to take this deck like to a whole other level, like use Ice Wizard, I wouldn't recommend that. But like if you really want to play around with it, it's like you never know. It may work. I never tried that, and I will never try it. I like the risk.
I ran Ice Wizard Hog Tornado for a little bit before it got nerfed, and it's actually pretty solid. It has potential, but since Tornado got nerfed, Ice Wizard has almost completely fallen off the map, honestly.
Yeah, I've been versing lots and lots of Tornado recently. Like
really?
I had like literally like 5 matchups in a row where I had Tornado.
That's interesting.
I have like 2 in a row right here, like another one, 3, 4.
Wow.
Yeah, I had, like,
okay, so I was mistaken then. You see it a lot at your trophy range for sure. That's good to know that it's still in play because I like that card a lot.
Yeah.
So listen, man, we are pushing like 25 minutes here, so why don't we go and wrap this baby up and call it a video. Are there any last minute words or any shout outs or anything like that you want to include here before I tell everybody to like, comment, and subscribe?
Yeah, make sure to check out my channel. I do like uploads like twice a week. I try to do 3 times a week. It's really all circumstantial on whether I have a topic for a video.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm gonna be posting a video probably tomorrow.
Cool.
Because of the video today, I'm not able to record today.
Yeah.
So I'll probably record tomorrow and get it out by Sunday. I was like last minute trophy pushing. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I'll also be using this deck. So if you want to see like more insight into this deck, make sure to go check out that future video once I get it out. Also, I just released a video yesterday and today using the same deck, trophy pushing. So if you want to maybe check out different matchups, maybe I versed doing those videos, you can go check that out. It's all up to you.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend you going to check those out because like I think like those replays I did today and the battles that I did in those videos are very important because today we weren't able to cover all the matchups.
Yeah.
like Expo Giant,
Right.
like maybe some Graveyard. Like I wasn't able to get those replays. I had the Giant and the Expo, but they were outdated, so I couldn't put them in the video. I sure would have put them if if I still had them. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and check out your channel for more examples of how to play this deck, some different replays, and that's
Make sure
Law
to,
Gaming. Is that right?
Huh?
Law
Sorry?
Gaming, right? Is your channel?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, you can link it in the description if you want to.
Yeah, I will
Also,
definitely
make sure
link
to
it.
Also, make sure to subscribe and like this video for Mr. Berger.
Yes.
He's a really nice guy.
Thank you.
Make sure to
Appreciate
do
that. Yeah.
No
Make sure that you
problem.
hit the little burger. I always went the wrong way. Hit the little burger down there to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment in the comment section below because I love responding to comments. Go subscribe to Law Gaming too. He's really fun to work with. Also a very nice guy. He knows what he's talking about. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Any last words?
Well, I'm not a pro. That's my last word.
All
Don't
right.
take me for one. Don't take me for one.
All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a good night.